Another lesson from my book. We're going to look at fifths and how they move up the C major scale. Starting with your C major scale here, or you can take a look at a C major scale up here on your B and your E string. Remember the steps. It goes whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step. And then the next string up above that on the B string is F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way up the fretboard. We're just going to connect the dots. Now if you take a look at the patterns here, they're a little different than thirds and sixes. The only half step fifth in the C major scale would be your B and your F. It's like an augmented fifth, like a natural, like on all the natural occurring tones on the entire fretboard. And all the rest of them are whole steps, which makes it fairly easy. So maybe we'll start from our A and our D string. You can see it goes C to D, there's a whole step, fifth. D, another whole step, fifth. E, another whole step, fifth. There's your minor now, right? Whole step, half step. F to C is a whole step. D, another whole step. A, as we're moving up the fretboard, goes whole step. And then B would be on the 14th fret, would be a half step. And finally on the 15th fret would be a whole step. Try and memorize these on all two adjacent strings. And of course when you get up to the B string there's a shift. We'll start from the open, G to B, you can see it's a step and a half now. From A to E is a step and a half. And there's the B, but now it becomes a whole step. Now on the G and the B string. And then to C, step and a half. D, step and a half. E, step and a half. F would be a step and a half, moving all the way up the fretboard to the 22nd fret. So the fifths are pretty easy. And then I'll just give you a little review here on, slow this down, on non-adjacent fifths. Well, all you're doing is you're taking your fifth here, like G from, say we'll start on the 8th fret here, from G, or sorry, from C to G, and then we'll find our octave. I've already explained on one of my lessons how to find octaves. So now our fifths look like this now. Of course there's another fifth that looks like this also. I'll explain this in another lesson. But anyways, you can see the patterns. We'll take a look at the C on the 3rd fret. They're pretty simple. They just go straight up and down like this. And then to your D, straight up and down. Then the E, you're just straight up and down all the way through. The only one that isn't straight up and down is your B. B to F. You can see it here. If you start down on your F, and then G, straight up and down. A, straight up and down, then the B is the only one that changes. You can see it. It's just like a half step back. All the other ones are straight up and down all the way up to the 22nd fret. Of course, when you take a fifth like this, if you add a fourth in here, an E and a B, you get a C7 chord. This is how you start building chords, right? With a fifth, an extended fifth like this. You can add in a 9th here. But like I say, I'll give you another lesson on this in the future. But anyways, here's a look at your fifths. Your non-adjacent fifths. This is what they look like.